Welcome to Custom Crate Engines by Proformance Unlimited. What I'm going to tell you about here is one of our 461 Pontiac engines. This is a stroker Pontiac. We start with a 400 block. Well, what I'd like to tell you first is, about 15 years ago, I was one of the first people that ever thought about building a stroker motor for a Pontiac. I had this little bit of a dream that I was going to take a 400 block and put a 455 crank in it. After some extensive machine work on a crankshaft, I had to shrink the thrust, I had to cut the mains, cut the rear seal housing, grind them and get them to fit. I put one of these things together with a 455 rod and a 455 piston, and man, I had one heck of an engine. When I fired that motor up that day, Steve was in the office, he came out, and he goes, "What the heck is that?" And that happened to be the invention of a 461. Started building a few of them, and before you know it, they started producing cranks. I believe Ohio Crank was one of the first that started producing that stroker crank. But that's a little bit of the background here. I've been building these Pontiac engines for quite some time. It's one of my favorite builds. But what happens when we build these Pontiac engines, blocks are becoming very scarce. So I try to tell all my customers, I'd love you to provide me with a block to start out the foundation. And I'll take your block and I'll magnaflux it. First we'll clean it, we'll magnaflux it, we'll deck it, we'll line hone it, and we'll bore it. And I'll put some ARP main studs in it. That'll give us a nice foundation. We'll put a stroker crank in here, and this will be a forged eagle crank with an H-beam rod and a forged piston. Hand file all the rings real nice. Then we see what you're really looking for, and we have you a custom ground cam made by Comp. I put some nice tie bar lifters in there, double roller chain, and I even do a few tricks to the oil pump to make sure we have some real good oil pressure in this motor. Again, Pontiacs are notorious because they have big mains. So I build the 400 and start with that foundation, the little smaller main, because we don't want any mains to spin. We haven't had that problem, but I'm just telling you, again, when you're a good engine builder, you make modifications so you can put a great product out there. And then we take a set of Edelbrock heads. We take them apart, change the seals, change the valve springs to accommodate what we're looking to do. Put some great roller rockers on there, some nice manly push rods on this motor, and we put it together. All of our engines come with a Pro Billet MSD distributor. We've modified the springs and weights to have the mechanical weights open and close when we want them to. We like a mechanical advance on most of our engines. This motor happened to be custom painted. I custom paint some great motors here. And again, we put a really good product together. And we finish it with a nice Edelbrock intake manifold, Holley carburetor. All of our engines come with Taylor wires also, which we custom fit the wires for you. ARP head bolts. Again, a lot of these engines, you see, make sure you got ARP bolts in these motors. Hey, like I said, ARP bolts in the rods. Well, what's important that you have ARP bolts in the mains and the heads also. Fasteners are very important. One more thing here, this is an option. It's a nice, beautiful March Serpentine kit. This one happens to have an air condition, alternator, and power steering. Again, all engines are custom built here, in-house, to order. So again, if you got something that you're looking for, give us a call. We'll help you design it, and we'll be happy to put it together for you. Thank you for your interest in one of our custom-built turnkey crate engines. 1-800-267-3940. Steve will be happy to help you design something. Thank you. Sure.